I planted up these two planters, and I know this doesn't look real great, but I made this temporary little greenhouse with a big huge bag that I had in the garden. I don't even know what came in there, but anyway, I saved the bag, and I have some clips from Dollar Tree. So this is an experiment. I planted caladium and I forget what the other flower is. It's a tiny little bulb. It's like an orchid something. Then on top of that, I covered it up, and on top of that, I took a Dollar Tree garden. It was, I'm just looking to see why they're barking. I took a Dollar Tree, like a wildflower garden, and I divided the packet, put half in one, half in the other, and then on top of that, I sprinkled some sedum seeds that I had. So I don't want a lot of weeds getting in here. So I want to see if I can get everything to germinate, and then I'm going to remove the cover. But anyway, I did that today. And last year, I bought these green hanging pots, and they're self-watering. So I picked those up at Mark's last year and never used them. So now they go perfectly in my deck here, and it'll help keep the fuchsias watered because they dry out and wilt really quickly. So anyway, I fooled around with that today, and I also did some weeding so that my neighbor can calm down with the weeds. So, and now I'm done for the day. I can only do little bits at a time, but I really enjoy working in my garden when there's nobody out here bugging me. I enjoy the solitude. So I still haven't gotten my front flowers planted. It was a little on the chilly side today, but I'll work on those too. So it looks much better out here. This is chamomile that came back from last year, so I'm leaving that there, but I'm waiting for a crevice tool to clean the roots out. So I'm waiting for that, and my wandering Jenny just comes back every year. So my sweet William is starting to bloom. I have this huge hosta here, and also my rhododendron is starting to bloom. So I think that'll look really nice. I have a lot of what do you call them? Cosmos coming up, self-seeded, and tons of strawberry plants that are blooming. Hopefully I'll get some strawberries. I have to redo my little pole here. It's leaning, and then I still have to do this area over here. So we're getting there. It's probably going to take me at least till June to get all this done. But everything's greening up nicely. So, and my neighbor's yard looks nice. Her patio doesn't have any weeds in it. And she planted all these roses last year. So this is where we sit in the summer. I haven't put my chair out yet because I got to finish cleaning this up. We sit out here and have coffee and maybe a wine or something else. So, yeah, now I wish it would warm up a little. Not into the upper 80s and 90s, but like mid-70s would be awesome. All right, I'm going in. I have had it for the day. Alrighty then. I'm done with my mission outside for today. I always think I'm going to get more done than what I actually do get done. So, but I'm okay. I'm happy with what I did achieve today. So I need to move those two pots with the little greenhouse tent somewhere else because it's blocking my view of my beautiful flowers. But that's a project for another day. And those are, the pots are on those little plant trays with the wheels. That's all from Dollar Tree, so they're easy to move. So I thought I would try something different by layering different plants and see how that works out. So worst case scenario, if nothing happens, I can always just buy a few flowers down the road and stick them in there. But I like to experiment with things. Let's see, is that better? Yes. I like to experiment with things in the garden and see what works and what doesn't work. That's part of the fun of gardening to me. He's scratching his back. So, I've been thinking, you know that saying, everything is hard before it's easy? It's a lie. It's never easy, especially as you get older. Everything gets harder and harder. It's not easy. So, but I'm putting everything in perspective. So, I got to get this phone call. I'll be right back. Well, that was my neighbor. So, we're all good now. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. So I'm trying to get my garden, as you guys know, to the point where all the pots are filled with dirt, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, next year I'll just have to plant flowers, and I won't have to rearrange the decking and all that stuff. And hopefully, since I'm using rubber mulch on part of the garden, I'm hoping that that'll last for a while. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, but when people tell you it gets easier, I don't think so. It gets harder as you get older. That's why older folks get rid of a lot of stuff, because they can't take care of it anymore. And then sometimes you get to the point where you can't even take care of yourself. So that's why the nursing homes are full. But I don't want to get to that point. I want to stay self-sufficient as long as I can and keep moving, you know, even though that's difficult. Sometimes just moving is hard. But, you know, you can't give up. You can't throw in the towel and say, okay, I give up. I'm just not doing this anymore. I mean, there's certain things that, yeah, definitely cut back on or stop doing if it's something you don't like. But if it's something you enjoy doing, keep doing it as long as you can. So that was my not exciting day. Made a little bit more progress in the garden. And I know if you're not a gardener or if you don't like looking at garden videos, I apologize. But, I mean, that's pretty much my day anymore, other than if I go somewhere with my mom, because I try not to do too much shopping, especially for food, and I have plenty. So that's where I save the most money, is on food. And then I take that money and spend it on other things that I want or that give me pleasure. And believe me, I'm not hurting in the grocery department at all. So anyway, it's still nice out, but I don't think my back is going to allow me to go out and plant more flowers. And tomorrow it's supposed to rain. And I'm also supposed to, no, tomorrow is Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm having lunch with friends. So I'm looking forward to that. So if the weather cooperates, I can do a little bit of something tomorrow. And I have to wait and see if my little experiment with the quasi greenhouse, if that works. But it's going to be at least a couple weeks before I start seeing anything happening. And some of those seeds might have been old, so there may not be anything happening anyway. So, anyway, I'm tired now. I had dinner, was pre-made, had some more of the macaroni and cheese with my veggies. That was good and quick, so I didn't have to cook. And that's all I'm trying to do, use up what I have. And a lot of the things in my garden are things that I've had for many years. I want to spray paint. I've got a ton of spray paint in one of my garage cabinets. So I want to spray paint some of the things that I have out there and spiffy them up a little bit because, they're not bad, but they're starting to look a little rusty and they're not quite ready for the trash heap yet, but they could use a little bit of sprucing up. And that way I can get rid of some of that paint that I have in that cabinet as well. So if something happened where I couldn't go to the store, let's say for 6 months, I think I'd be all right. I'd be all right with food. I'd be all right with the things that I already have. I don't need new furniture. I don't need new things out in the garden other than flowers, but actually I could just plant seeds too. So the problem with planting the seeds and not starting them in the house is you have to wait so long for the flowers to come up. So it would be the end of June, the beginning of July before I had any flowers. But I'm still planning on, in the front, doing the fake flower thing. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm kind of working in between the front yard and the backyard. But right now my priority is the backyard. So anyway, I'm going to relax now and call it a day and start up again tomorrow. So all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.